Jabal Mukaber is one of the quarters of Jerusalem. It was built by the British Mandate for a Bedouin tribe. And since the first Intifada, they began to act violently against Israel and against Jews. And since 2001, they carried out more than 10 criminal attacks against Jews. The main point we have to mention concerning this quarter is the schools. The schools there teach jihad, teach the hatred of the Jews, and more than it, they invite the parents of terrorists who carried out criminal attacks against Jews, and the Ministry of Education doesn't even control what is happening then, and they argument what they say is we cannot do anything because there are private schools, so we are not authorized to control what is happening in these schools. What I think is that it's the duty of the Ministry of Education and of the Israeli government to check what is happening in these schools and to have the Israeli law implemented also in the Arab quarters and in all the Arab villages and cities in Israel, and specifically in Jerusalem, in order to avoid this education to hatred of Jews, to killing Jews, and this should be stopped immediately.
Prime Minister Netanyahu said that the last terrorist attacks coming from ISIS. Do you think Jabal Mukaber come to be ISIS now?
When you teach this Islamic way of thinking, the way based on all the four schools of Sunni Sharia jurisprudence, this is an individual duty for each Muslim to get the Jews away from Israel, to wipe Israel out of the map and to kill Jews. So if you teach this kind of Islam, you should not be surprised that some of your students will become supporters of the Islamic State, because the Islamic State implements exactly this way of understanding Islam and jihad. Yeah, this is the way that was invented by Abu Musa al-Suri. He's the ideologue of Islamic State, and he said that the best way to carry out criminal attacks against Jews and crusaders, that's what they name the Western countries, is to have these lonely walls. They are not affiliated officially to the Islamic State, so the security forces could not gather intelligence about them, and then when they have an occasion in Berlin, in Nice in France, or in Jerusalem, they do it. And the only way to prevent this kind of attacks is to forbid totally this teaching of Islam.